Okay.
Well, you've been in that situation so many different times this season. What do you think about the execution of the team on the stretch and that final possession? Were you okay with how you defended Ja, or did you want?
I mean, there's part of it that's okay. I mean, these are really important, teaching points. We're at our best when we're active, not just leaving a guy on an island. We feel fully comfortable with Khalil, guarding, a lot of different kinds of players, especially in an ISO situation, but not on an island. That's probably the biggest takeaway. We had opportunities probably late, to really, bring a second guy, there. Just didn't do it, and we have, but. Look, this was a great basketball game. We're not happy, with the way it went down the stretch. But we're becoming a very tough team. This 3 weeks ago would have been, on the second night of a back-to-back, probably a double-digit, game once they made their push. They made a push, 2 or 3 pushes there in the fourth quarter. And we're not going anywhere. Our execution's getting better. This was really a game about relief, and I think they won the relief probably in that fourth quarter. A couple of those offensive rebounds, putbacks, and then, a couple, easy ones in transition. The kick out, which was basically a transition one. But the execution stuff, I think we did a pretty good job. We're definitely making progress there.
Coach, can you just kind of talk about the swings in this game, starting off good in the first quarter and then a little bit of last in the second, and then Tyler just kind of taking control?
It's great. It's playoff basketball. We feel fully comfortable in these kind of games. Our guys are enjoying this. They feel fully alive, from the competition. Obviously the locker room is very, disappointed right now, but we gave ourselves enough opportunities to win. You have to make some plays, but this competitive edge, it's getting stronger. There's a collective will that I like seeing, out of this group, and we're getting more comfortable, with different guys being able to make plays in the fourth quarter. This is without Wiggs, obviously, but I feel like we can go to different things and different guys, and guys feel confident with that. It's a shame, I really felt like once Davion hit that three, I thought we were winning this game, but we're making some progress.
Your defensive spacing seemed to throw Ja off kilter or off tempo a little bit in the first half. What did he adjust to? How did he change in the second half to kind of
he's a great player, so he, split that one pick and roll, or bring in, second guy. And, I mean, the space for him to do that was like this. He rejected a screen a couple times, a couple where he just went where we didn't bring, another guy to make him operate in a crowd. We just knew he would be a whole lot more assertive in the second half to put his imprint on this. You had two very desperate teams, and this is what you got to love about this time of year. Both teams knew what was up. Both teams are playing for something. They were able to secure the win.
Coach, what can you say about Khalil's progression with being able to dominate on the glass, offensive and defensively, and also just deterring shots at the rim, whether blocking shots or just getting shooters away?
His block and then Bam's block were those are momentum shifting plays. I guess when Davion hit the three, but it's when both those guys made those blocks, I thought we were winning this game. You just keep on doing that. You do the right thing. We're going to get there, and he's making big time strides. Probably people will say, hey, why would you switch? Look, I don't have to explain it, but he's been doing that and guarding some pretty good guys, but never on an island. We don't want that. That's not our system. He did some good things. He was this close to getting a big time offensive rebound. There down the stretch, he got his hands on it, and that could have been a big extra couple points for us.
What do you think of Tyler's second half and his ability to take over a game like that, like he did in the second half tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he was really assertive in those moments in between. They did a pretty good job of pressuring him, just straight up pick and rolls. They were, really, physical on those and making him operate in a crowd. Second big was always there. Catch and shoots, they weren't letting him come off the screen. And that just shows you how diverse his skill set now is. He was doing it in all the random plays. Super assertive in 4-on-4s, 3-on-3s, a little bit in transition, a little bit of just catch and goes, all of those things that he's been doing lately, which, sometimes you have to tap into that, which he was able to do.